originated in Europe, but the patterns are much more simple there, just designs like this, or see if I can find it here, or like this, just very, very basic patterns, chevrons and stripes. It was actually the Iroquois who developed the arrowhead pattern, so like this, as well as the lightning bolt pattern, like so. And upon seeing these different designs, the French Canadians brought them kind of back, brought this design back to their culture, and created this Assumption sash, which is the arrow at the center with the lightning bolts going out. Now, this color, this style is the template for Metis sashes, but Métis took it a step further, because our sashes, each color represents something, and each family has their own sash. So, for example, this is the Pruden family sash. It's my family's. Now, today you'll usually see sashes that look like this. These are replicas of the Canadian Assumption sash, and they're a lot cheaper and quicker to make. This one's about $20. The one I'm wearing, which is also a loom woven replica, but of higher quality, was I think it was about $150. And a finger woven one can cost upwards of $1,000. So it's something that if you actually want one, you definitely have to do yourself, unless you're very, very, very wealthy or a museum. But anyways, so what's distinctive about the Métis is that the Métis interpretation of the sash isn't only that each family has a different one, whereas in Quebec it's each town or village or city. The other distinctive feature of the Métis sash is that each color has its own meaning. And so each of these colors symbolizes part of the Métis history and story. So the blue and white are the traditional colors of the Métis flag, and the red and white are the colors of the Métis people. Combination between the two, as it were. The yellow represents prosperity, the green represents fertility, and the black commemorates the dark times for the Métis from 1885 to 1982. So that's what all the different colors represent. Blue also represents depth of spirit, white represents purity, and red represents the blood that's been spilled in fighting for our rights. Now, in addition to that, these colors are woven together to represent different things to different families. For example, this one, the red and white, the blue and yellow are the dominant colors because those are the colors of our family crest. And the red and white are close to the heart and paired together to represent our Métis ancestry. The black on the outside is to represent the way our family was affected by the dark times, and it excludes fertility and prosperity from part of the core of our being, because those are some of the things that were denied of us. But also in making it and remaking it, we've reclaimed our identity as a family and as a culture. So some of the significance to this sash. And that's why even though these ones are cheaper, I'm not a huge fan of them, because they don't tell the story that the other ones do. It's just, like I said, even these ones are pricey. These ones are just ridiculous. As for patterns like this, they're simpler, but they can still be quite strong if anyone wants to feel this. And they're much more utilitarian. So if you're trying to tie something, say a bag, or or even tump line to carry heavy loads, you'd use this sort of a pattern and just make sure it's nice and tightly woven. But these carry a lot less significance among the Métis. Though I have made some for other people that have had different significance. For example, one of my friends is Sixica, and I did one up with the medicine wheel. So for her, so that's like the colors can take on meaning if it's done in a way that people, yeah.
So when you wanted to make a sash?
And actually, as I said earlier, the Iroquois adopted this kind of weaving and turned it into this kind of weaving, right?
Okay.
Like the stuff you see on this is actually an Iroquois wampum.
Yeah.
The Osage also do a lot of the weaving, as do French Canadians and Acadians. So it's a very intercultural custom that's practiced by First Nations, Métis, and Euro-Canadians alike. But it's the way it's done among the Métis is distinct because of our culture. So the three colors we have here are blue and white, red and white, and red and blue. Now, these two were significance I explained earlier, the flag and the Métis people. This was because I ran out of white threads. So I ended up resorting to these. So what we're going to do is you're going to take these. You're going to take these so that the rounded part is facing down. You're going to take a safety pin. You're going to put it around the side with the long threads, and you're going to pin it to your trousers, like so. And that's going to serve as your anchor, because last time I tried to teach how to weave, I forgot this part, and everyone flying all over the place. It was a gong show. Also, as I just learned, make sure the safety pin is straight, because at present it would not work. So like so. So if everyone wants to do that, I'll actually give you guys the red and white one, and I'll take one of the not so interesting ones.